So today is Saturday, the 6th of April, and my name is Christina. Yesterday, I had my first doctor's appointment to talk to my GP about getting the lap band surgery, or to talk about my options for weight loss surgery. I've always been a big girl since, I was young. I wasn't fat, I guess. I was chubby. I was always very full-figured, I guess. Always had a butt, always had boobs, but I wasn't really overweight. I was, looking back now, I was an average size. I always felt really overweight and fat. When I was picked on in school for, I was the first girl to develop boobs, and so the boys always picked on me because I was fat. But it wasn't until I got pregnant with my first son, who is almost 14 now. At the time when I got pregnant, I was 17. And I only weighed about 135, 140. Wasn't the most fit I've ever been when I got pregnant, but I was still pretty fit. I'd grown up doing dance and cheerleading. I was on the flag line, drill team, things like that. So I was always really active. But then I got pregnant, and my first pregnancy, I didn't take very good care of myself. I was, young. I ate whatever I wanted, and I gained probably 85 pounds my first pregnancy. I was just under 200 pounds when, now I was just a little over 200 pounds. When I had my son. I lost some of it after he was born, obviously. He was a pretty big baby too. But I never lost all of it. I never really got down to where I needed to be or where I was before. And 2 years later, I got pregnant again with my second son. And again, gained not as much weight as I did the first time around. But that baby weight was just harder to get off the second time around. And then 4 years after that, in 2005, I had my third son, and I was the biggest I was ever at that time. At the end of my pregnancy, again, still couldn't get the weight off. No matter what I did, I tried, I worked out, I changed my diet. I would lose like 10 pounds and I'd gain it back, and I would teeter-totter all the time. In 2008, summer of 2008, I really worked my butt off. I walked every day. I ate salads all the time, and that's like all I ever ate, with a good friend of mine at the time. And I was able to lose 20, 30 pounds, and I felt really good. And that's right around the time when I met my husband, my now husband. I felt pretty good about myself. However, now it's almost 5 years later, and I've gained almost 40 pounds since then. Not happy with, being this way. I've been fairly healthy throughout my life. I've had asthma since I was 7 or 8, which was never really related to my weight, because I was 7. I wasn't overweight as a child, but I've never had any other health problems. Never had any high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, things like that. Never had any heart problems, anything like that, even though some of them run in my family. I've always been a healthy person in an unhealthy person's body since I've gained this much weight. And I know that I won't stay that way if I don't do something. And as much as I try, cutting back my portions, watching my calories, watching everything that goes in my body, cutting out sugar, just drinking water, everything that I could have tried on top of exercise, I just felt like I couldn't get any of the weight off. And I would get really frustrated when I didn't see results, and then I would just go back to doing nothing and just eating what everybody else ate at the house. Not that I would binge and gorge or anything like that. I don't eat a lot of sweets. We don't drink sodas. We had to cut our sugar intake completely. My husband has diabetes, so we really do watch how much sugar we eat. Even salt and things like that. We don't eat a lot of red meat. We eat a lot of chickens and fish. Salt intake's been cut back almost completely. I can't figure it out. Going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, working out for an hour and a half, cardio, weight, everything, doing everything that I can. And when nothing happened, it's hard not to get discouraged. So I just go back to the same old, same old. So I decided that because I'm getting older and I'm not going to continue to be lucky and not have health problems, and even though I am still young, I'm only 32, I would like to stick around for my kids as they get older and their kids, and it's just not good. I don't know that it's not going to happen, but I just want to give myself the best chance for that to happen. And a lot of it has to do with just feeling good about myself too. I've always struggled with my insecurities about being overweight, even though my husband loves me for who I am, and he met me overweight, and that's what one of the things he liked about me. He'll love me no matter what, but I want to love me too. So I've come a long way since I met him in being able to love myself the way I am. But there's just a part of me that's still not as happy as I could be. So I want to be happy and healthy. I want to be the healthy me on the outside, just like the healthy me on the inside. So this is my journey of struggles and tears and triumphs and everything that's going to be on my long road. But I wanted to document it at my husband's suggestion to show, my struggles and what I'm going to go through, because it's not going to be easy by far. I'm going to have to retrain my mind and my body to, fit a new lifestyle for me. So it's going to be difficult, and I'm terrified of any type of surgery, no matter how minimal. So that's going to be scary, but I'm ready for it. So I just want to share this with you and for me too. So in a year from now or whenever, I can look back at this and say, oh my goodness, look where I came from. So that's my story.